Hi, everyone. Roger Kern here from rogersactingtips.com. Welcome. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. I have been having a discussion with my students over a period of time now about what makes a valid actor, who's good and who isn't. And interestingly enough, and I have a big smile in my heart when I think about this because I remember when I was a young actor and I asked the same questions. But uh, let me clarify, the people we've been talking about are all huge stars. There really are enormously popular and famous movie stars with long track records. And I always mention this because I think it's really important to realize with some sense of humility that when an actor is able to sustain a career for a very long time over a number of pictures, numerous movies, um, they are beyond the shadow of a doubt very good, excellent, above and beyond, way beyond question, truly an expert in their field. Even if they're not your favorite actor, that doesn't mean that they're a less performer. It really just means that you identify with someone else's personality a little more, or someone else's style, or someone else's way of expressing themselves a little more than one actor to another. So, that being out of the way, after we talked about these things for a while, I thought to myself, how can I use this since they are so interested? I have a lot of students that are just interested in hearing about the actors that I may have met or didn't meet, or they're interested in knowing what makes them so good as opposed to somebody else in their opinion. And how can I use this to help clarify what acting is to young people who are seeking? And I've picked a few people that have come up that are really beyond question brilliant. And today I'm actually thinking of Meryl Streep, who is, on a personal note, one of my extremely favorite actors because she is so believable all the time. Now, she has the whole ticket. I mean, she does great character work. She has a great sense of rhythm. She knows comedy as opposed to tragedy. She can play drama beautifully. Accents and character work very well developed. But what is it that makes me just stop and give pause every time I think of Meryl Streep? And how will she be advantageous to young people who are looking to understand the profundity of excellent acting? I think you have to look at her believability and how she creates that. Believability. It's one of the things I talk about in my new course, Acting Formula 101. I hope you'll take a look at it. Um, and the reason I bring that up is because I want that to be something that the students I work with or students who decide to purchase the course and view the videos and take on the exercises that I give with it, I want to give them a chance to realize while they're doing this why I talked about Meryl Streep and believability. I think her presence is probably the most developed I've ever seen in an actor. And I was aware of her early on. I mean, she was in Deer Hunter. How can you ever forget that? She was fabulous. But personally, the one film that really got me was Sophie's Choice. I will confess that I went back to see Sophie's Choice maybe 7 or 8 nights in a row, looking to see if I could see a transition in her mind on the screen. I had never seen such believable, seamless acting. And the reason that I bring that up is that's very difficult to do. Usually you'll see an actor, not acting, but you'll see a thought transition or something happen in their head where you see their work. In that particular film, I didn't see any work, just believable, present behavior. And so I would say that she is extremely strong at sense memory and being present. Remember that sense memory is developed through the senses: touch, taste, hearing, sight, smell. Those things, recalling those things, and then when you're on the set or on location or on stage, touching the table and feeling it, tasting the food, when you're walking down the street, seeing the trees, feeling the breeze, really knowing that you're there and being present, so that we have no possibility of thinking your mind is anywhere but where you are saying you are. And we will go there with you if you believe it that much. So sense memory is just one of the steps, but when you develop it to that extent, to where we buy that you are there so much that we just are there with you, just imagine. Once you've got that down, then you add character to it and emotional climate, emotional effective memories. You do the accent work that she did in very subtle ways. A sense of timing for comedy. I mean, The Devil Wears Prada, Defending Your Life, Julia. What is it, Julie and Julia? Just amazing work. So this is what I'm talking about when I talk about sense memory. It can afford you the believability of really being in the event that you are portraying, that you are claiming, that you are actually experiencing in front of an audience. And that brings up a wonderful sense of point of concentration. If you can really be there, then your secondary point of concentration is the objective, isn't it? So you might be dealing with a wristwatch or a glass of lemonade or a cup of tea, but you're really also in the back of your mind thinking about what it is that you're wanting to achieve. What is your objective? She's a master of it. If you watch this and you do the exercises from the Acting Formula 101, you're going to start understanding, and therefore perhaps starting to trigger the imagination in yourself as to how to produce this for yourself. And I have presented this class as the Acting Formula, and I name it that on purpose to remind myself to tell you that there's no such thing as an acting formula. The only real acting formula is the one that you develop for yourself to use, and keep using and keep expanding and exploring and growing that formula. It never ends. You are always seeking a way to be better at what your craft demands. So if you go to rogersactingtips.com, please make sure that you remember to send me an email after you subscribe for free, and I will in turn send you a coupon code that will give you a 10% discount on any of the products there, including the Acting Formula 101. And I certainly hope you do that right away. Don't delay. If you're feeling shy, remember, everybody kind of starts that way. Everybody has to take that leap of faith. Be brave. I'm Roger Kern of RogersActingTips.com. I'm very grateful you stopped by. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you soon.